Yo, what up, everybody? It is your girl, Melissa. Woo woo, y'all. Okay, it is Friday, and can I just tell you that I'm excited and relieved that it's Friday? Do y'all ever have those weeks where it is just like a long week and you don't know why? Like, nothing bad is going on, like, there's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's just a long week. I don't know. It's been a long week, y'all, but good. I'm blessed. I am alive and breathing, working, everything. Starting late today, but I gotta be fashionably late. So if you notice, I got some new merch, y'all. I'm excited. Can you see the merch? Okay. Ignite with Melissa. You have purpose. You are loved. You belong. So shout out to Ava's by Eternity, who's always hooking me up with some gear and always making my stuff fresh to death. You can get with her to get all your personalized needs. And so, super excited. Let me know if you guys would be down for some merch. If I should make more of these for you guys. Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna get my camera going so I can.
You didn't turn to stop the music, did you?
No. It's on. It's on 4%. Or like volume.
There's like a noise in here. Turn
That's all the way down.
the gray one, which is the phone down.
Oh, this
Yeah,
one.
all the way off.
Oh, here we go.
Until somebody calls. Leave that top one.
Okay. Brief intermission. Alright, so today we've been talking about relationships, right? And so that has been the thing. What does it say? Sweet nothings. Alright, y'all. We got some sweet nothings. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we've been talking about relationships, relationship goals. We've been talking about friends, about romantic relationships, and excuse me. Yeah, this whole month obviously has been about relationships, and one of the things in relationships, right, are your friends. Okay, what about your friends? Okay, that's all I know. I forgot the rest of the words. But what about your friends, right? And so, one of the questions I wanted to ask y'all is, do you have those friends that you can call at any moment, at any day, at any time, that would be there for you? I mean, one of the biggest things that we always talk about is community on here. And so, do you have a community of friends that are always there for you? And let's get this straight, right? Because I think friends is kind of like a loose word that everybody's like, yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend. That's my friend. But, but if we look at it, right, we can always say, like, people are our friends. But when it comes down to it, if someone passes away, say you get stranded, just whatever it might be, you need someone to talk to. Do you have those friends that you know that you can count on at all times? And let me know in the comments below, because I'm interested in hearing about your friends. Why do you consider somebody a friend? What is your definition of a friend? Because I think we all have different definitions of what friends are. Like I said, I think friends is one of those words that gets kind of thrown around, you know, anymore. Like, kind of like I love you, the 3-letter word, right? People are just like, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But is there actual meaning behind it? And I think it's the same thing with friends. Like, do you just say, like, oh, this is my friend, but are they truly your friend? So let me know in the comments, because I'm interested and I want to know what your definition of friends are. So yes. Let me see. I seen someone post something. As you know, there's always a delay on here about friends. And so I'm just looking to see. But yes, talking about your friends. Okay. So also, those of you that are on the live right now, those of you that are watching from all over, if you will drop in the comments where you're watching from and where you're at, okay, because I would like to know, as well as, okay guys, we're waiting for some more people to jump on. I started a little late today, but talking about friends, we're talking about friends. The question was, what is your definition of a friend? What does friendship mean to you? And so let me know what that is. I'm trying to see everybody's comments and move to the different places that they are. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Friendships. Okay, let's see. Nicholas says he has a friend in Jesus and he's from the Littleton, Denver area. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Salvador for tuning in, for Gabriel for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in from all over. So friendships, that's what we're talking about today. Friendships. We're just going to kind of be talking about everything today. Also, guys, you know, last week we were going to do a giveaway, but it didn't happen, and let me tell you why, okay? We're just going to get down to the nitty-gritty of it. And this is how one of the things, right, when you know people are listening to you or the words that they're saying, right, because in the description it gave the directions on how to win the giveaway. People only followed like one part of this section or didn't follow it at all. And so to do the giveaway, which we're still going to do, but you have to follow the directions, and they're not very very hard. Like and follow the page, right? And like the post. And so some people would just like the post, but they wouldn't like and follow the page. People would just like the page and not anything else. And so we want to do giveaways, but let me tell you, right? So as a person who has business pages, like other businesses, they will tell you that is where everything gets generated from. It's from likes, comments, shares, everything like that. And so that is why when we do giveaways, when we ask you to like, comment, and do the shares, that is why, because it helps our business page as well. So you're helping me help you, help me help you. And that is where it comes from. And so still want to do a giveaway. I wanted to do a giveaway this week as well. And so let's try it again, and go on the post, like it, and then go like and follow the page. There's like maybe one person who actually followed all 3 steps. But they've been winning lots of prizes, so we want to kind of try and give it to somebody new that hasn't won before. So if you are watching, or maybe this is on a rebroadcast, definitely want to do a giveaway, but make sure you follow all the rules. And so follow the rules. That's it. Just follow the rules. Okay, so I was thinking about this lately because we're talking about the whole topic of friends, right? And friendships and where they're at. And one of the things that got me thinking this week, um, there's been a lot that's going on, right? We deal with just our everyday circumstances. We deal with loss. A lot of us have been dealing with loss. Um, Unexpected tragedies that happen. Um, just a whole bunch of stuff, right? And in those trying times, in those moments, I mean, all of us, I feel, learned um, through this pandemic. We're still going through it. It's not over. But a lot of us learned, like, the people who were there, who were around, who called us, who supported us. Um, and so kind of made you realize, like, the people that are there to help you get through something, help you get through a crisis, whatever it might be. And so it just made me start thinking the other day because, I know that, like, our family has been dealing with a lot of loss lately. And, you know, it's comforting to know those people who are reaching out and talking to you and making sure you're okay, whether it just be a simple text, a simple phone call, maybe a message through Messenger, whatever it might be, through any communication type. But those people that are checking up on you and making sure that you're okay, right? And then you also get to the fact of the people that you think are, like, your friends, right? Like, your good friends, like the people that you rely on for a lot of stuff, and they're not there. They're, like, nowhere to be found. The only way, like, they are found is when you reach out to them, right? And so, and talking about, like, through hard times and that, right? But it just made me think, like, who are the people we're really valuing, and who are the people, like we kind of talked about last week, who we're investing in, or who's investing in us. um, who who are those investments? Like, who are the people that are investing in you, or you're investing in them? And it just made me really think, because even everything that's been going on, right? The people that you would think are there are not there, and the people that you would never assume would be there are the ones who are showing up. So, just one of the questions, again, for those of you that are joining, is, what is your take on friendship? What defines friendship? What defines a friend? Like, what is that in your mind? Because everybody has different perspectives on what they think a friend is. It's kind of a word that gets thrown around loosely. And so today we're just talking about, what are those friends? And the reason why I wanted to bring that up, and is because I've been thinking a lot about, also, and I was supposed to have a guest today, but there's a lot of things happening, as we know, in Texas, a lot of things that are going on. And so let's pray for Texas, still pray for Texas and everything that's going on there. And, they're not prepared for this. No, but I mean, nobody could ever be prepared for certain things. Like, we weren't prepared for a pandemic. Texas wasn't prepared for their weather, as they should not be, because they're not used to that. But, so continue to keep prayers. But then it just shows, so getting to my point, my guest was supposed to be here, right? So my guest is from Texas, and so prayers out to Texas for their families, and everything that's going on. There's, a lot has happened over there, and so making sure that everything is okay. And so my guest and I today, we're going to talk about who is in your boat, right? And so that's the whole reasoning of friendships. What do you think friendships are? And one of the things that talking about who's in your boat, we're in a boat, right? Metaphor. But we're in a boat and we're sailing, but are there people in your boat who are making little holes, right? You don't realize it, and you kind of start, why is this happening, or why is this happening? Are those people, influencing you to do better, or are they putting the holes in your boat for you to go down? And a lot of times it's people that are close to us, because we're used to them, right? We grew up with them maybe, or they're just like our bestest of friends, people that we've met along the way, and we kind of get in this spot where it's like complacency, right? Where we get in these relationships, friendships, whatever it might be, where it's just you're so used to it that you don't know better, so you don't see anything else around you. You don't see the things that are causing your boat to start sinking. You don't see the things that are hurting you, or your and I say business because I think business, but things that are hurting, like your life, your business, the way things are happening, because we have those people, right? We all do, that influence us, friends, family, so those people who are in our boat, right? And so people always want to put in their 2 cents. People always want to say go this way or that way, but are people actually in your boat encouraging you and pushing you and making you move forward? Are they helping take the junk out that needs to be taken out? Are they helping take out the water if there's a leak? Are they helping you row on the other side, right? So there's so many things about friendships and friends, about talking about who is in your boat. Let's see. Gabriel, yes, it was hit hard. Yes, we're still praying for you guys and praying for all of Texas. And I just hope you guys get good, warm weather again soon to help like defrost everything. And it's just crazy, like just stuff you don't think about that happens. But yes, continued prayers for everybody out there. Nicholas says, a friend is someone who you can break bread with. The word friend is not what it was, say, a decade ago. Social media has changed our worlds. I like the boat analogy. Relationships, a rising tide raises all ships. Yeah, and the word friend is not what it was a decade ago. Yeah, so elaborate on that. What do you think, again, what do you think the differences are from it a decade ago to now? And how do you feel social media has changed our world? So as far as friendships, I feel like we have lost communication more than we have gained it with social media. I feel like everybody is in more competition, especially with your friends, right? I say friends because with your friends, I don't feel like you should be in competition with your friends. Everybody, I believe, is in their own lane, right? I've shared this before, but I'll say it again. Like, you are uniquely you. Like, you can only do what you can do. There can be others that are in the same profession. There could be others that are on the same career path, but you can only do the things that you do the way that you do. And that's why people go to you, because you are uniquely you. And people will go to another person who is uniquely them. And whether it's both of your friends, right? Me and say my friend right here, my invisible friend, that we're both in, say we both do photography, right? They're going to have a different aesthetic style than I would have. And I'm going to make connections with people that they possibly cannot make connections with. And they're going to make connections with people that I probably can't make connections with. We just mesh on a whole nother level, right? And so in that, we're still working together, moving along and going forward and helping each other, because when one person wins, the other person wins. Like, you're raising each other up and you're both going up together. Now, when it comes into competition, right, like, then that's why I use the quotation friends, because then, like, now you guys are fighting with each other about, like, who's better, who's this, who's that. So are they really your friend? Are they trying to, take your business, or you take their business, or whatever the case may have you? And so I feel like, going into the social media, like, you see everybody's highlights, right, with your friends, but are you seeing all the behind the scenes? Are you seeing the work that they're putting in? Are you seeing the process that's happening, to be able to grow? Are you seeing those things, not just wanting, like, instant gratification? And so social media has changed, I feel, I agree with you, our world. So as far as friendships, and we start looking, I believe, at our friendships, in a different light. And it's not really, how do I say this? I want to say it correctly. Let me think on that, because, I don't want to say that wrong. But yes, I do believe social media has changed our worlds. But I would love to know how you said, if you could elaborate more on the word friend is not what it said a decade ago. And then you said a rising tide raises all ships. So elaborate on that. A rising tide raises all ships. What does that mean to you? And with the, I'm trying to read your comment. Sorry, it went by pretty quick. So yes, our friendships, right? Let's see. Some people just need to be on the shore and I'll visit or just wave from afar. There you go. Okay, so I love that you said that. So some people just need to be on the shore, right? Sometimes you have to set boundaries, and we talked about this, right? Setting boundaries, because there's people that are your friends again, I say. I don't know, would you really call them friends? Again, like, that word is very loose, right? We use that loosely. I feel like it's kind of like the I love you word. Like, a lot of people just say it, but it doesn't really have the meaning it had a long time ago, right? It doesn't have that special meaning anymore, in my opinion, because everybody just throws it around like, I love you, I love you, I love you. But is there truly really meaning behind it? Like, do you really love that person? Same thing with friends. But yeah, some people just need to be on the shore and you'll visit and just wave from afar. Let's see. Social media has been great building connections and reconnecting, especially during this time. So yes, I feel, like in anything, right? I guess social media has its pros and its cons, but does it have more cons than it does have pros, right? So during this time, because a lot of people can't go out, or are still afraid to go out, because of the pandemic around. But even in social media, are you really connecting in these times? Do you think that connection is different? Because I feel a connection, right? Like, we're live right now. I'm talking to you. Like, we're having this conversation. But if you are down and say you're sad and you just need someone to be there physically with you, like, you need somebody to just their presence, right? I feel like that's where I feel like the loss of connection is, because I know with me, like, I feel like this is great, right? We can connect as far as we're connecting all over the world. We're connecting here locally, nationally, globally. We're all over the world, so we're able to connect with tons of people, right? We're able to connect all over the world. But if I really need somebody, Is that the new way of doing it? Of just calling your friend or zooming in your friend, um, you know, just over the internet? Is that really building? Because I feel like we're losing that human interaction of being able to let me give you a hug, let me just be in your presence and be with you, let me um, bring you something to eat, let me bring you a gift or whatever it might be. So how do you feel, I guess my question for you would be, how do you feel that it has, what are so it's been great building connections. Yeah, true, on your love language. And I don't think a lot of people know their love language. Um, I believe it definitely is making people reconnect during this time. Um, but in our friendships, like if you have those friends, do you feel like, uh, what if your friend wants to go see you? What if it's one way or the other? I don't know. Maybe. Michelle says it depends on your love language. So, elaborate on that just a little bit, because I think a lot of people don't know their love languages. It's kind of crazy because I have asked actually a lot of people this before, even people at my job, about what do you think your love language is, or do you know your love language? And they're like, what is that? There's some people that don't know, and there's people that are like, oh, I've heard of love languages, but I don't know what mine is. So what if the person does not know their love language? Like, how would you help them with that? When you have a good community and good friends to grow with, then the rising tide basically lifts everyone. Yeah, that's so good. So, on here we talk about community a lot. Community is great. Find yourself a community. And we were actually talking about community today before we even before we went live, having a good conversation about community, about this little place that I don't remember. But one of the reasons why they live longer is because of community. I'll find out the place, I forget. But, we were talking about in the back about community and how having that community with people around, enjoying each other, interacting, and being there, having a good community. And that's good because you have friends to grow with, and then you rise up together. So I like that. It's hard to meet or go on dates with social media. Loneliness sets in for real. I need a real body or interaction with someone special. Yeah, so meeting people and going on dates on social media. So we were actually kind of talking about that too earlier. And so how do you think that is? Like, in your guys' opinion, like, is that hard for you? Is it like, how do you meet new people? Are you the type of person to just go request people on Facebook or follow them on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it might be? Like, if you're requesting to be their friend, like, are you actually getting to know them? Are you talking to them, sending messages? Or do people think you're weird and they block you? Like, so that's kind of hard. And also dating. Like, well, I guess, there's people that do date online. I think it's different for everyone, right? There's, yeah, that's kind of hard because I think some people find it easier to date online, and some people are like, no, that, like, yes, they want to be there physically in person with somebody, have actual dinner with somebody across from each other, or whatever the date might be, or have you. Let's see. For example, if your love language is physical touch, you may enjoy being around people in person. If it's words of affirmation, an encouraging word via social media can go a long way, which is very true. And I know a lot of people who are words of affirmation. Affirmation is one of their love languages. So even just sending a text and being like, hey, just thinking about you today, or just giving them an encouraging word if they're going through something. Words of affirmation are huge. So, speaking of love languages, do you know your friends' love languages? So, not so much, in a romantic relationship, right? Because we're talking about friendships too, like who's in your boat, who's with you. Do you know your friends' love languages? The people that you consider close friends, close family, do you know their love languages and the people around you? Because I think that's one of the things that maybe we don't know, right? And one of the reasons why I ask that is because I ask people that as well, like at work, right? I get to know people's love languages, and the reason why I like to get to know people's love languages is because you know how they operate, if that makes sense. You know how to make, and it's not manipulation, so don't think that at all. That's not where I'm going with it. But when you know someone's love language, you know like the things that maybe like the boss doesn't know, right? Anything about them, like hasn't really got to know them, doesn't know anything. Maybe they're having a bad day. But if you know that person's love language, like say their love language is gifts, right? So that person is having a bad day at work. Their boss was just mean to them. Something just happened. Making that real connection of knowing your friend's love language is like, oh man, like they're going through it. But let me go get them lunch today. Let me go buy them a drink, because like that's something that is their language, right? So then when you get them that, like it changes the mood, it changes the atmosphere, and you're able to connect and even build even more on your friends' love languages. That's one reason why I really love knowing people's love languages, is just because it helps your relationships a lot more too, right? Words of affirmation, right? There's a lot of people with words of affirmation, like Michelle was saying, about encouraging words, and that there's some people that like you don't know why, uh, they do a great job. I'm trying to think of an example. They do a great job, and you're buying them gifts and saying thank you, here you go. But that's not what they're looking for, right? If their love language is affirmations, you can get them presents, you can buy them things, but that none of that stuff matters to them. Their love language is words of affirmation. So for them, it would be, hey, you did an amazing job, keep up the great work, I love what you're doing. And it goes like Michelle said, on social media, it could go a long way. But that encouraging word to that coworker or your friend, or whoever it is, knowing their love language is going to go a long way, and it's going to stick with them, and they're going to know that because they're like, wow. And it's because you know their love languages. You know the things that mean the most to them, that matter the most to them. And it's not, don't use that in a manipulative way at all. Like, seriously, like, don't use that in a manipulative way. But you are getting to learn to know who they are, connecting with them on a deeper basis, because you do know their love languages. There's 5 different love languages. So for those of you that don't know what love languages are, there's actually a test that you can go take. It's on, just look up love language test. I think that's what it's called. Just Google it, but it will take you to, there's a book too called The 5 Love Languages. And if you take the test, it will tell you what your love languages are. And more than 90% of the time, right, they're accurate to a T of what your love language is. And sometimes it could be wrong. There's never nothing like 100%, but out of everybody that I've ever known who's taken this test, it hits everybody like to the T of what your love language is. So I would encourage you to go take that. Maybe you don't even know your own love language, right? So it's good to know your own love language. But even knowing someone else's love language, and even maybe if they don't tell you, you could kind of if you read the book is really good, but also learning what the love languages are, it will help you in friendships, in connecting and knowing people, like what their love languages are, to make a stronger bond and have a greater relationship knowing that. Michelet says, oh, she never thought of asking them, and definitely will. Gifts. So the 5 love languages, right, are quality time, touch, gifts, words of affirmation, and hold on, I'm missing one. Okay, what did I say? There's words of affirmation, gifts, quality time, touch, and I know there's one more. Help me out here, those of you that know the 5 love languages. It's probably just like at the tip right here. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Someone put in another message. Okay. Nicholas says I have insight on the 5 love languages. Okay, what are the 5 love languages, guys? What are, I know, okay, there's, acts of service. There you go. Thank you, Michelet. Come on, girl. Oh, it's coming through. Michelet, the 5lovelanguages.com/quizzes. It is in the link. So for those of you that want to take it, go check it out, because it really tells you a lot. And if you read the book, it is so good. Like, you learn a lot of not only about yourself, but about the gifts, and then also about other people's love languages. And like, if you know their love language, like, and you read it, like, you understand it more. And it also helps in those communication errors, right? Like when you're fighting with somebody or arguing with somebody, like, it helps in those situations as well. And so, yes, so, and acts of service. So yes, 5 love languages. There you go. Go check it out. Go do the quiz. But who is in your boat, guys? That's just kind of what we're talking about today. We're talking about everything, all over the place. But yes, definitely about the people in your boat. Where's your boat going? Where are you headed? Are the people in your life headed in the same direction with you? Do you have those people you can call day and night? Let's see. What if we all spent 20% on each love language? That's 100%. What do you mean by that? What if we all spent 20% on each love language? Curious to know what that means, or what you think, or what you're thinking. Because if you do the love languages test, right, for those of you that have, it will do the 5 categories, right, the 5 love languages. But the way, however you answer it, there's usually always like a top 2 that rank higher than the others. So are you saying that all of your love languages are 20%? Like they all matched on the same degree? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if that's what you mean. If you're talking about if they all reach the same percentage. But I've never seen anybody reach the same percentage on each of their love language. Usually, like I said, there's always like a top 2 that are higher than all the others. There's always at least a top 1. Can read, listen to the books for free on Hoopla and our Libby app. Just connect it to your library card. Yes, okay, that is so good, Michelet. Okay, she told me about this a long time ago, about hooking up your library card to this, and I actually got to read like a lot of books from that, and so pretty cool. I still like to buy books. Are you a book person, audio person? I know Michelet is audio. I'm somebody who likes to have the actual book in my hand. I like to read it, like to highlight it, put notes in it, um, know what's going on, and so yeah, you can. So yes, so those of you that maybe you don't want to go buy the book, you can hook up your library app and or hook up your library card to the app so that you can read or listen to the book as well. And so let's see. I'm trying to jump from both to both so I can see your guys' comments and questions. Okay. So do you guys know your friends' love languages? Do you know how they are? Do you know if they're acts of service, gifts, quality time, touch? Uh, Good thing to know about your friends, even your coworkers, the people around you, the people in your community. And so, talking about friendships today, talking about the people around you, and also, are you that friend? You know, so not necessarily are they that friend to you, but are you giving it back? Are you that friend to them? Are you the one sinking their boat? Have you ever thought about that? Are you the one with your actions and your words, the way you are? Are you the one actually sinking your friend's boat? Are you the one that they gotta throw over ship, right? I hope not. But knowing them. And so, yeah, guys, that's what we're talking about today. So, you know, I would love to know more. So, those of you that watch this on rebroadcast, those that are tuning in now, let me know what your love languages are. Drop them off in the comments. You know, when you watch this later on, for those that come back and rewatch, you know, because I know there's people that don't get to watch during the live because they're at work or in meetings, other things that they have, but they always come back and rewatch it later on. So those that are watching, if you have a love language, if you know your love languages, what are your top 2 love languages? Drop them off in the comments below. And also, do you know your friends and the people around you? Do you know their love languages? Do you know the things about them, right? Because I feel like your friends, right? You should know, or at least try to get to know what their love languages are. If you haven't, if you don't know their love languages, maybe make that a challenge this week. Get to know your friends' love languages, what they are, and it will just let you know more about who they are, right? Because your friends, like, you're always learning, just like in everyday life, we're always learning something new. We're always learning new about our friendships and about the people around us and the community around us. So yes, go check that out. But let me know also in the comments below what your love language is, or if you know your friends' love languages. Has that helped your relationships, and friendships and community? Do you feel that helps, um, or does it not help? Let us know. Let me know in the comments below because I would love to hear what you have to say about that. Let's see. The comment here. It came too quick. I did not see it. I'm sorry, whoever just wrote something in there. I cannot see what it says. It didn't say anything. Let's see. Nicholas says quality time, words, touch, gifts, service. Depends on the moment. If it's Sunday, then service. If it's a holiday, then gifts. If it's alone, then words, together, touch. Always enjoying whatever time it is. Okay. I'm guessing that's pertaining to the 20% on each love language, I think, is what you're talking about. But yes, getting to know love languages. Amishale says hers is acts of service and quality time. Yes, acts of service, girl. I know acts of service for you. Quality time is good. Okay, Michele, I know quality time means a lot to you. Even zooming in, girl, spending that quality time, because we're going to pull you in, girl. Zap, right now. I know you feel it from my heart to yours. But yes, spending that quality time. Quality time is, yeah, top up there. I feel like everybody, I would hope everybody's is quality time. Maybe that's just me. Spending quality time. But yes, so guys, if you don't know your love language or you've never heard of love languages, go check it out. The link is in the comments so you can push on it, get to know. And just like something might have been your love language a long time ago, it could have changed, right? Like just like us, we evolve, we change all the time. So maybe your love language has changed. I don't think it would change drastically, but maybe one that was on the bottom is now on the top. So check out your love languages. Know the love languages of your friends, the people around you in your community. It just helps so much in relationships and community to build with and get to know them more and to connect with them more. And so, drop some love languages in your boat this week. So that would just be my challenge to you. And if you know them, thank you, Michelet, for sharing with us what your love languages are. And I believe Nicholas shared. But again, I don't know if you were saying like all of yours were 20% or not 20%. I'm not too sure. But let us know what your love languages are, or what is your friends' love languages. Do you know their love languages? Who's in your boat? We talk about who's in your boat today. Who are those people that are lifting you, encouraging you, helping you, not sinking your boat, not putting holes in there, not making you not get to your destination, but who are the people rowing with you and helping you make it further out. And so, guys, as always, thank you for tuning in and always chit-chatting with me. I love when you guys speak back in the comments. Again, we're going to try and do this giveaway again, so hopefully people can follow the directions. Go like the page, follow the page, and like the post that says giveaway. So we're going to try and give it away. Next week is the last Friday in February, and so hopefully we can get more people to join in, share on it, tag a friend on there, share the post, comment on the post, do what you need to do. But we're gonna try and give it away, and hopefully we can get both giveaways next week. I'm gonna do it anyway, but let's just wait till next Friday so that we can get more people to actually participate and join in. And so, guys, this week, check who's in your boat. Check your surroundings, okay, y'all? Also, check on other people's boats, because, again, you could be the one that's hurting them. So, check on your friends this week. Hopefully your friends are checking up on you. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And thank you, as always, for tuning in here on KUHS Denver The Stream on Ignite with Melissa. And as always, if no one has told you today, I want to remind you that you have purpose, you are loved, and you belong. So, your girl signing out. But before I sign out, okay, we're going to do a poll. What do you think of the merch? Merch? Are you guys down with the merch? Would you want merch? Would you buy merch? Let me know. Ignite with Melissa here on fire in the studio. Okay. No, I'm just joking. But for real, let me know what you think of the merch. And also, have an amazing weekend. Love you guys. Thank you. You guys are my Ignite family. I appreciate you. Thank you for always hanging with me and supporting me and interacting with me and sharing your thoughts and your words. And so have an amazing night, a good weekend, stay warm, continue to pray for Texas, and if you have friends, family, reach out to them out there, or anybody. Just, again, an encouraging word goes a long way, just checking up on somebody. So tuning out, signing out. Your girl here on KUHS, The Stream Ignite with Melissa. Love, peace, and God bless y'all.